Hello dear students, today let's see how to draw schematic diagram of cardiac muscle histology and also discuss about the structure of intercalated disc. So with eosin pencil, draw this cardiac muscle fibers which are not running strictly parallel but they are branching and anastomosing with each other in such a way that there is little change in their diameter. Each cardiac muscle fibers, here it shows cardiac myocytes, cardiac muscle fibers. These are cardiac myocyte. Here myocytes. The cardiac myocytes, they are joined with each other at the specialized junctional complex, that is the intercalated disc. These intercalated discs, they appear as a dark transverse line which is not strictly transverse but it shows a zigzag or step ladder pattern. Now these are the nuclei of cardiac myocyte which are centrally placed, large and oval. In contrast to the nuclei of skeletal muscle, the nucleus is centrally placed and oval and large. Cardiac muscle also shows cross striations. Thus these are striated muscle fiber, however involuntary in nature. That is, these are under control of autonomic nervous system, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. The cross striations in cardiac muscle fiber, they are less prominent as compared to the skeletal muscle, as the myofilaments, that is actin and myosin, they are less numerous in cardiac myocyte. So these are alternate dark and light band, that is A and I band. Around the nucleus, there is a zone of perinuclear sarcoplasm which is devoid of actin and myosin filament. So here this is the zone of perinuclear sarcoplasm which is devoid of actin and myosin filament. Now in lower part I am drawing a transverse section of cardiac myocyte here, in which you can see the myofilaments are present, but if the section is passing from the nucleus, around the nucleus you will see the zone of perinuclear sarcoplasm which is devoid of myofilament. This is transverse section, while above this is the longitudinal section, that is along the length of the muscle. Longitudinal section. Length of each cardiac myocyte is around 50 to 100 micrometer, while diameter it is around 15 micrometer. Here label as the nucleus of cardiac myocyte. Around here you have to label zone of perinuclear sarcoplasm, cross striations, that is alternate dark and light band, but these are better visualized under high power, under polarized microscope. They can be seen clearly. The cross striations in cardiac muscle cells, they are similar to that of the cross striations, that is dark and light band of the skeletal muscle. Thin delicate connective tissue which is present in these slit-like spaces. It contains the capillaries. I am drawing one of the capillary, endothelium of the capillary, RBC. So here labeling as capillary. Here you can see few elongated nuclei of fibroblast cells as well. So these are the fibroblast nuclei which are present beyond sarcolemma, fibroblast nuclei. This is endomysium, or you can say it is the connective tissue which is covering these cardiac muscle fibers. This endomysium, it also contains nerves, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Sometimes you may find two nuclei in a cardiac myocyte. Sometimes you may find a brown reddish color pigment inside the cardiac myocyte, that is known as lipofuscin pigment. As age increases, this pigment is by the lysosome, also known as wear and tear pigment. Let's see the structure of intercalated disc. Here intercalated disc is present at Z line, and it is not straight but it is having this step ladder pattern. It is having this transverse portion and longitudinal portion. Usually longitudinal portion is not clearly seen under low power. Intercalated disc, it contains junctional complexes. These are, you can remember, D, E, F, G, that is desmosome, fascia adherens and gap junction. Desmosome and fascia adherens, they are present in this transverse portion here. While in longitudinal portion, gap junction, which is also known as nexus, is present. Gap junction allows ion from one cell to another cell. As a result, the action potential from one cardiac myocyte to another cardiac myocyte, it is transmitted, and the cardiac muscle fibers, they act together as a functional syncytium. Fascia adherens, it is responsible for dark staining of these intercalated disc, and you can see it is present at I band. Actin filaments are tightly adhered at these fascia adherens. As a result, the force of contraction is transmitted from one cardiac myocyte to another cardiac myocyte. Intercalated disc is responsible for attachment of adjacent cardiac myocyte, then transmission of action potential from one cell to another cell, as well as the transmission of force of contraction from one cell to another cell. Under light microscope, you cannot appreciate the other cell organelles clearly. However, under electron microscope, you can see the cell organelles like mitochondria and glycogen granules. They are very much abundant in the cardiac myocyte. This is because the cardiac myocyte, they need continuous supply of energy for unfatigable contraction. The sarcoplasm, it also contains the T tubules, that is this sarcolemma. It is dipped inside the cell to form the T tubules, as well as it contains the sarcoplasmic reticulum, which is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Calcium leaks slowly in cytoplasm from sarcoplasmic reticulum after recovery from preceding contraction. As a result, there is succession of automatic contraction independent of external stimuli. However, this inherent rhythmicity, autorhythmicity of heart muscle is modulated by autonomic nerves and hormones. Cardiac myocytes of the Purkinje fiber, it stains somewhat pale, while the cardiac myocyte of the atrial region, it secretes hormones like atrial natriuretic peptide